want to kind of go back to a point that Akiva was talking about with the breadwinner conversation. Again, we spoke about this extensively in a video that we did earlier that we'll link in the cards above. But I truly believe that it should not matter who makes the most money, and we both believe this because once we're married, all the income is considered one to us. So it doesn't matter that she makes $5 and I make $1 or I make $2. You know, together we got $7. It doesn't matter where the money has come from. That's how much we have. Not how much I have, not how much, you know, she has. Not, oh, well, because I make $5 and you make $1, your opinion does not matter as much. I truly believe that a man is a man and that you are the head of your household, but you have to be able to make wise decisions that your spouse or that your wife will be able to trust that the decisions that you're making make sense for your family. Again, that they'll be able to reap those benefits in the future.
Well put. Well put.
For us, what we have decided that we are going to do is we're going to be combining everything. So assets, liabilities, everything will be combined, and we've actually gotten it down to a pretty simple structure of how things should work. So Akiva and I, when we get married, we're going to open a joint checking account. That joint checking account is going to be list her name and my name on that account. That is where all of our income from our employers or wherever income is coming into is going to flow into that one account. We're going to create our joint budget for paying off debt, liabilities,
day-to-day expenses.
Yeah, day-to-day expenses,
rent,
allowances,
whatever.
all of that stuff will be budgeted from that main account. Then we will have a joint savings account. So from that joint checking account, whatever we have decided that we're going to save on a monthly basis, weekly, whatever.
And also combining our existing like emergency funds together into one like joint savings probably will happen. Yeah.
That will flow into that joint savings account. Then on the side from those two main accounts, we're going to have a separate checking account for Akiva and a separate checking account for myself. And the reason for that is that monthly allowance or weekly, whatever it is that we decide on, that will funnel into those accounts will be our own personal private business. And the reason for that is, yes, you're married, and yes, for us, finances should be joint and they should be together. That's what works best for us. Is if I'm buying her a birthday present, I don't necessarily need for her to know, he just swiped his card at Victoria's Secret, or he just swiped the card at this, like, what's going on? What is he buying? Like, you don't need to, for us, you don't need to be involved that much in the finances. Yeah. If we're each getting $200 a month for allowance, into those separate checking accounts, if I choose to save my $200, if I can do that, and I get up to, whatever, that's my business. If I choose to spend it, that's my business.
If you choose to throw it off a bridge, like, that's the whole point, is that we decide this is your money. You get to do whatever you want with it. Exactly. I don't ask no questions. You don't ask me no questions. And I think it's still healthy to have some level of autonomy.
Of independence.
Yeah, yes. Even within a relationship, you need to have some degree of autonomy, or else I think you probably just go crazy. Even if it's something like, just giving into, if your guilty pleasure is getting Starbucks every day that you just don't want to know about, stuff like that, where you can, as long as it doesn't go over your budget, as long as you're not overdrawing your account, because then we're gonna have an issue. As long as you're not overdrawing your account, we're not gonna have no problems.
Something else that we have, talked about is credit cards. You guys know that we have quite a few credit cards. I'm an authorized user on some of her accounts. She actually isn't an authorized user on any of my accounts. But with credit cards, unlike bank accounts, you can't have a joint account. It's in the primary person's name, and then you can issue an authorized user. So we've decided that the credit cards that we decide to keep, that those will also be separate. And again, if I want to swipe $1,000 on my card and I choose that I want to pay that off in 6 months, that's my business, because that's really generally just going to affect my credit score. Now, if we're talking about making a large purchase, such as a house, where both of our incomes will go into, not both of our incomes, both of our credit scores will be something that a lender is going to look into, then, that's something that I discuss and I'd share with her, and vice versa. But for the moment, credit cards is something that we're going to keep separate.
I mean, I'm trusting that none of us will, we don't carry balances in our credit cards now, and that's not going to be the plan going into the future. So I disagree with the point that you're saying if you want to pay something off and accrue interest or whatever in 6 months, as long as you're paying your bills on time. Like, even if you're not going to pay it in full, as long as it's not going over your allowance and it's not affecting your credit score, I don't care.
And again, this is us. This is what we are choosing to do.
Right.
And as you hear, this is our real life conversations that we'll have.
Unscripted.
But you know, for you, it might be different. So this is just what we have decided that we're going to do. So pretty much recap, everything will be joint except for that checking account that's on the side and the credit cards. And this topic actually came, or us choosing to do this actually came from someone in undergrad. She made the point, she was like, my spouse and I are going to have a joint savings account because we shouldn't be saving for nothing, separately. It's supposed to be together. And when she said that at the time, it was like, I really thought about it. Like, this is long before like marriage was something that we were considering, but it's something that I kept in the back of my mind because I truly do believe that that's how it should be. You shouldn't be saving, on the side because, oh, well, and it comes down to trust, that you don't trust your partner with money. So it's like, I have to save on the side. I have to this, I have to that. I don't think that it should ever be a secret, in my opinion. I think that if that's the case, that your partner is a spender and they will wipe the account out clean, that again, you as the financially responsible person, you let them know what's going on. Hey, all the money is going into that joint account or whatever it is, but I'm taking it out immediately because I know that you like to spend and I know that our bills have to be paid. So there's a savings account on the side that you don't know the information to, but like she said, it's there. So if anything happens to me, this is the bank that it's with, yada, 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 but you don't have the account number, you don't know nothing. You don't know the balance, but we have another savings account where honestly, if you clean that out, I know that we're good because this is on the side. If that's what works for you, then kudos to you. Fine. So tell us what you think about the topic. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss when we post new content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.